service. If you don't think God is amazing, ask me how what God's brought me out of. If you don't think He's amazing, because God is amazing. If you've not seen it in your life, you need to open your mouth and learn how to pray and how to communicate and how to praise Him, because He wants to bless you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Isaiah called Him the everlasting Father. He's not moving away anytime soon. Well, look, when He's everlasting, anybody ever heard of those everlasting gobstoppers? Seriously. If you've never heard of it, it's like a little jawbreaker. It's got layers of flavors and colors, and you sucking on that thing and sucking on that thing, and it will take a while. But I tell you, I've always been one. Jamie that drives her crazy because she knows all about teeth now because she went to college, and so Adam, don't you chewing on that ice and don't be breaking those jawbreakers open. You know how many licks it takes me to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? One. I lick it, chomp it, and they're it just don't last. And even everlasting gobstoppers, one chomp and I made it through, and it don't last. But He is the everlasting Father, and He does last. And there have been people that tried to take Him out, and they couldn't take Him out. Whole army couldn't take Him down. The grave couldn't keep Him. The cross couldn't hold Him. Nothing can hold Him down. He's everlasting. He's everlasting. When He blesses you, He wants the blessing to last. He wants it to stick. He's not moving away from us. He's moving closer to us. And He's not going to abandon you. He's not going to only show up on certain days of the week. He's not going to just be there today but not tomorrow. He is the everlasting Father which art in heaven. Hey folks, He still sits on the throne. No matter how bad your situation is, no matter how bleak your situation is, God is still in control. Your weakness is not His weakness. Your inability is not His inability. Just because you're having a bad day does not mean that God has lost control. We need only to get into alignment with His will for our lives. The sooner we realize that He is the one in charge, the sooner we'll receive our miracle. If you think and puts Him in some demeaned state of second to the thing that is trying to destroy you, then you're never going to receive that miracle that you need. Your thinking, your understanding of whom He is and His will for your life can decide for you whether or not your prayer is going to be answered. Our reading lets us know that there is a mental state that we need to be in when we pray. And I'm ending right here. Our motives need to be right. Our attitude needs to be right. How many of y'all come to church and the whole service was just blown on you because it didn't do you any good because you came with a bad attitude and you never shook the attitude? It's human. We all know I've come to church with a bad attitude before where Mark broke my lights. I just wanted to break his when I see him there. Amen. But I love him. And then I began to think about all that He's done and all that He does for the church, and I got a better attitude right away. So Mark's going to fix my lights and everything's going to be all right. But our attitude has to be made right. Before I could start music practice and start prayer, I say, all right, I'm all dirty from being over here on this messy floor. I got my lights all messed up, and I just don't like my lights to be messed up. I just don't like it. And I had to get in the right mind and the right attitude, or I can't expect God to move through me. Our understanding of who He is needs to be right before we start to pray. Before the words fall off our lips. Not to be seen of men, but to be heard of God. No vain repetitions. Sincerity, honesty, and genuine reverence. Knowing that it is His will to bless us. Why don't you look to someone and say, it's God's will to bless you today. Sometimes we come to God with the thinking that maybe He'd want to bless us and maybe He wouldn't want to bless us. Like He's fickle or something. Like He can't make up His mind. Maybe He's confused about how He feels about you. But hear me. We may be confused about how we feel about Him. But He is resolute in how He feels about you. He went to the cross of Calvary for you. He paid the ultimate price for you. He bankrupts heaven if it was possible for you. He would do it. It is His perfect will to bless you today. You are His child, and He wants to bless His children every moment of the day. And here's the rest of verse 8. He knows what you need before you even ask it. He's already been thinking about your problem. He's already had your situation on His mind. Anybody know that song? While he was on the cross, I was on his mind. Love that song. He not only knows about your problem, what your problem is, but verse 8 also tells us that he knows what you have need of. Not only has he already been thinking about your problem, but he has already figured out the solution. Before you even started to pray, he had the solution. Right now, some of you are sitting here with problems too big for you to handle. And some of us have situations we have no idea how to fix. Things in our lives that we can't control. Situations that are beyond our power to change. But isn't it something to understand today that not only does God already know about these things, but he also has the solution to our problem. He's just waiting for us to take the situation to him in prayer. Sincere prayer will touch the heart of God. If you'd like to stand now, even if you want to get out from where we still have time, it's 2:56. We got 4 minutes before the next service starts, but who says we got to just go right into it?